All right, so I kind of already started this, but let's dive into those benefits of functional fitness. So the first and biggest one was what I already said. We want to make our everyday activities easier and safer, right? The main purpose of this is to be able to do things like carry those groceries in from the garage, to bend down to pick up the laundry basket, to carry your kids or grandkids or pets around. Not being able to do something like pick yourself up off the floor is a big reason that people aren't able to stay in their homes independently. So again, massive, massive benefit to working on things like functional fitness exercises. And because of the movements you do, another benefit that goes along with this is core strength. So your core are those abdominal muscles, those abs, and then all of the muscles that wrap around your waist and your stomach. So having a stronger core not only helps you do daily activities, but it's also going to help with things like your posture. It's going to help with back support, which translates into helping with things like lower back pain. Now, I know a lot of you out there might struggle with that, right? So building your core with different types of movements that are going to challenge your stability, your balance, those stabilizing muscles can help combat back pain. And again, functional exercises incorporate those types of movements. Now, these types of movements also improve your balance, stability, coordination, which again, I've already touched on. And I think a lot of us take these specific things kind of for granted. It's not just intentional balance and coordination that we need to think about. So it's not about, oh, I want to be able to do these yoga poses, things like that. Something as simple as stepping off a curb, or again, carrying something up the stairs requires a good amount of balance and coordination, which again, I think we kind of take for granted, or most of us do, not all of us. We tend to not notice that we need that until we're struggling with it, right? Which tends to be as we age, but there's lots of other factors that go into it. But if we focus on it now, we can delay those concerns, hopefully, even longer. Another benefit of incorporating functional wellness is really, it's just a great and simple way to add variety to your current workouts too. So if you already have some workouts, think about incorporating some of these things that we're going to talk about if you aren't already. What happens is when we do the same workout, when we do the same thing every day for long periods of time, our body gets more efficient at those movements. And then in turn, it burns less calories. It doesn't use as much muscle strength to do it, right? Which kind of can hurt with some of our goals. So adding variety helps so that the body doesn't get used to the same thing and then typically has to burn more calories during those workouts because it's not used to those movements. It has to adjust and is like, whoa, okay, I need to work a little harder. That can help prevent plateaus with things like weight loss and strength gains as well. So again, variety, that's not just with functional fitness, that's with every type of fitness, but it's a really good thought with anything when you're working out. You can also improve your sport-specific skills with functional exercises. So whether you're a competitive athlete or just playing pickleball maybe a few days a week, adding in these functional exercises to your routine can absolutely carry over into that athletic performance, especially if you look for exercises that mimic the movements that you do on the court, on the field, on the course, wherever it is, that can make you stronger in those particular actions, right? It makes sense. If you're stronger, if you're moving your body with more resistance in that same motion that you do in some of those activities, it's going to make it stronger. It's going to help your performance, right? And again, that includes daily activities too, but I think a lot of people get it a little more with that sport-specific reference. And then just the last benefit, definitely not the only benefits here, but the last one I'm going to talk about today is these exercises can be a really great way to start an exercise routine if you're not really in one, because a lot of the beginner ones require no equipment. I mentioned before that you can get really intense and you can use all sorts of different things, but to get started, you can use your body weight and you're going to start to see benefits with some of these exercises. Now, a couple things to think about before you get started. Anyone recovering from a recent injury, especially if it involves muscles, bones, ligaments, be careful with functional strength training, specifically for the time being. Follow doctor's recommendations before starting any exercise program. And then individuals with certain medical conditions, things like severe arthritis, osteoporosis, uncontrolled heart disease, different areas, again, not the only list, but things that might require modifications or alternative exercise options. So again, chat with your doctor, chat with your physical therapist, whoever you may be working with before starting a routine, just to ensure that it's appropriate for you.